Lenny, aka Young Leonard, is Eternal Return's 69th character added. Her whole personality is she's a child, and because of that, she fights with her toys and also somehow knows how to craft a pistol. So, how does she play? All her abilities interact with both the allies and the enemies. Her Q is her rocket skill shot that heals your teammates that get hit but deals damage to enemies. Her W is a little bounce where if you land on someone it deals damage and slows enemies, but if you land on allies it also slows them. But the trade-off is you get a little speed boost after, so overall you're getting more speed, you just get slowed for a little bit. Her E is her air horn where it stuns enemies and deals damage. But if you hit an ally with it at the same time or just at all, they'll get a shield. Her ult is a little spring that you can bounce enemies towards or away from you, and it does damage. It's also on like a really short cooldown compared to most ults. Lastly, her passive is her teddy bear attack where she hits an ally with an ability, it marks them with a teddy bear, and when the ally attacks with the teddy bear mark, it deals extra damage and reduces Lenny's cooldowns. So not knowing anything about Lenny, I boot into my first game. Yeah, so not great. But after a few more games, I start unlocking my Sharingan. I've played a ton of Priya, so surely I can learn other supports quickly, and I kind of figured out some tips that I have so far are just don't W into fights. I don't think she's meant to be this dive character, but if you have Blink, I could see it working. I just had no luck with it, and it usually ends up like this. But I think with support characters, I don't love taking Blink, especially if they have something like Lenny's W that lets them dip out of fights. So I opt for something like Drone, Healing Wind, or Soul Stealer. Also, a big note, I didn't realize until like game 3, but you can rotate her R, so you can bounce them away or towards you. I like it to initiate the fights, booping their backline into my front line. And then augments, I really like Healing Factor, but that was really the only one that was working. I tried Red Sprite and Vamp, but I felt like they just weren't worth it. And then the transitions, I like the CDR, amp items, anything that gives her more sustain like defense. I personally like Glacials or Myth Gown and maybe Astro Helm. And when picking your build, as long as you have Nightingale and some CDR, I think you're big chillin'. But I play like 3 games in a row and I just can't play her because everyone is playing Lenny. So I try the new Aya skin and it feels kinda nice. Doesn't look as nice as the Sylvia or Piolo skin in the Battle Pass, but not bad. But back to Lenny, I get a few more games in on her and I feel like I'm starting to cook. So here's the obligatory new character montage. And sheesh, I feel like her healing is nuts. Her utility is great. She has mobility and can push their team into yours. Her poke is good. And I honestly feel like this character is just a good ass character. I have a feeling some people would be haters because it feels like she doesn't do a ton of damage, but you have to realize how much utility this character actually provides. And I don't even think she's all that hard, so if this sounds like your cup of tea, I'd give her a shot. So character release, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. If she wasn't a child that gave me like Teemo vibes of Troll, then maybe a 5. But let me know what you think about her. That's all though. That's all I got. Thanks for watching, and I'll see ya in the next video.